This is an interview for Peep Magazine. We have been invited into the home of Rick Fury. We're here with Cy and the main man, Gilly man Giro. Rick, it's been a long time, but we finally got here with the help of Joe Eden from Killamari Records. I've listened to the new album, Hard Target.
Yeah.
Brilliant album, mate. My personal opinion, one of your best albums.
Good, that's
Just
what I want to hear.
my opinion. I want to pick up on a few things on the album. First thing is, did people really used to laugh at your voice?
Yes. When I first, I mean, it's people that shouldn't really give a shit about their opinion, but in South Shields, back like late 90s, early 2000s, there wasn't many people rapping. I didn't appear like a rapper, so people would be like, you wouldn't think him, but he's a good rapper. But then me mate or mate of me mate would just be like, no one wants to hear someone from Shields rapping. No one wants to hear that weird little voice. And I'm more confident now, but I've still got me weird little gay voice. So
how did you deal with people who used to comment on your voice? Were you defensive, or were you like, oh right, yeah?
Nah, thankfully I just had so much self-belief. I was just like, I don't know how or why, but I'm gonna do this. I'm mint. I am. Because
that's the best way to be, mate. I'm telling you.
There wasn't really anyone to compare with either, so I was like, well, it's just this or nothing. So just do it anyway. Should we just do it anyway?
Yeah.
Should we try it?
Of course, mate.
And yeah.
Al Capone said, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. Have you made the mistake of being too nice in the past?
Yes, I suppose. But I mean, you should always be nice. But there's a line. You can be nice, but then you've got to sort of stand up for yourself and have a bit of self-respect as well. And that's kind of what I've learned getting older. Being nice and having everyone like you it only goes so far. You're gonna get effed over at some point,
not everyone can like you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to deal with. It's a hard pill to swallow, but not everyone's gonna like you. Even this guy who's extremely likable, it's always gonna be someone who doesn't like you.
Yeah,
you know. And for someone who's very liked, sometimes it's hard for that to seep in. But that's at the end of the day, not everyone's gonna like you. There's always gonna be someone. You know, whether it's justified or not, you can't please everyone.
Yeah.
It's
but
like,
he tries. But he tries.
Yeah. It's like, thanks, mate, thank you. It's like the old saying is, if you please everyone, who are you not pleasing?
Yeah.
Yourself.
Exactly.
So, on the album, I heard that you refer to people commenting on your music as condescending cunts. Where people said, how's the music going?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on this?
It just pisses me off. It's like I want everyone to like it and be listening to the music, but they don't have to. But when I see people like, oh, you all right? How's the music going? And I just think, well, I've done a canny bit of music. If you listen to it, you would kind of know. I like every album, everything that I've done is different. It's always like an update on my life. So they're basically just going, you still doing the music? And I'm like, you don't give a shit, do you? But that's fine. But yeah, it's
like, I'm going to play devil's advocate, where could it be that, you know, people just don't realise really what you're doing. They're just, you know, they're mates who you've got who aren't into music.
Yeah.
And then if you were, this is no shun on people working in the industry of bricklaying and labouring and being a joiner. If you were in that trade, people probably wouldn't ask how's the job going. It's because you work in music.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's art, isn't it? It's not
fickle.
Like it's not in demand. I'm not fixing people's sinks or anything. If I was an electrician, they'd be like, oh, you're good. They wouldn't just test it out.
Yeah.
But then again, though, I'm 43 now. Telling people I'm a rapper is embarrassing. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of get it. It's like, oh God. And most 40-odd-year-old rappers, it's like, I expect them to think that I'm shit. So it's nice when they actually do listen to it and they go, you're actually kind of good. I'm like, yeah, thanks. That's as best you can get.
I must admit, like, for the first 10 years, it was easier to say you were a DJ than you were to say you're a rapper. There's just certain connotations attached to being a rapper. It's not the same. People look at you different, treat you different if you say that's what you're doing as a profession. Or so yeah, that's like double for him because he's been in it twice as long as being a rapper. So yeah, I must admit, when I made the transition, it's not as easy to tell people you're a rapper as it is to tell people you're a DJ, and that's in the music industry as well. But I think it's just different.
Yeah,
very different.
Yeah. It's hard to be realistic. I am a rapper. When I talk to other people and they go, "Oh, I'm getting into rap. I'm doing an album," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I should be like, "Yes," but it's like, mate, it's buckle up.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Yeah. All artists of real value must sooner or later confront what they themselves find truly dangerous.
Yeah.
Can you talk about a time when you had to battle demons or had to build confidence or even rebuild confidence?
Yeah, constantly. I mean, from being young, like I think this is everyone, but when I was young, the problems that I had were nothing to now, but I've treated them like they were the end of the world. Like, oh my God, I'm going through so much shit. And now I'm going through real horrific shit and I'm kind of dealing with it like it's all right. So it kind of like balances out or doesn't balance out. It sort of seesaws over time. So yeah, the more difficult shit now, I'm like, it's alright. Whereas when I was young, it was nothing, like a letter for council tax, and I'd be like, oh my God. So you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, experience.
That comes with experience, like learning that, you know, when you're younger, you've got a much higher threshold for like fear and oh my God. But then with experience, you learn that it's not even as bad. So now it's more comical in the sense where it never came. The demon at the door never actually came. It was kind of in your head. It was never as bad. The fear's always always worse than the actual event itself, and that's always the case. Yeah. Even physically getting smacked, the fear of getting hit is way worse than actually getting hit.
Definitely.
And it takes experience to learn that. You know, some people are still afraid because they've never actually went through it, but in experience, it's the fear is way worse. So that's why.
I think like as an artist, you want to have an identity when you're young and you haven't really been through that much, so you kind of want drama, you want something to happen to you, and it hasn't yet. So you're like, oh, the drama in my life, and it's like nothing's even happened to you yet. Whereas when you're older, like you've fucking been through loads of drama, and you're like, it's alright, it's not that bad. So yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't even like watching horror movies anymore because the amount of shit that's actually happened, I'm just like, I'd rather watch just like me and Rick joke about it all the time. Like, we'd rather just watch comedy movies and like, you know, like action adventures rather than like horrors and thrillers because it's too close to the bone of actual events. You know, you get that PTSD shit going where you're like, you have to turn it off. As a kid, you're thrilled with the whole Child's Play and you know, the thrillers and the murderers tracking you down until you've actually been through it, and then you're like, cut. You're like, now I want to watch Indiana Jones or just fucking The Goonies or something. You know,
definitely Simpsons. I'm like, just put the Simpsons on.
People
are talking about Shane Meadows at the gig. They're like, what's your favourite shit? I was like, I can't watch that anymore. It's too real. It takes us back to like real stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to relive that. I just want to watch the Simpsons and just fart.
Yeah, it's strange you say that because I used to love watching horror films, like constantly horror, all the time, psychological horror, the slasher films. But now, it's not that I find them too scary. It's just when I'm by myself and then I start like thinking about stuff. And it's like, do I look in that cover? Do I look under that bed? Is there someone? But not because of a supernatural thing. I'm more. I'll tell you the last time I felt like that when I was watching a documentary on Richard Ramirez.
Oh yeah.
I was checking the doors then. Even though he's been dead 25 years, I was still trying to check the doors.
Yeah.
Can you guys relate to that? I think you've just 100%. Explained.
Yeah.
There'll be no cat killer documentaries in this place.
Well,
because there is a cat killer on the loose in Heaton, and he's been on the loose for the last 10 years. And I stopped trying to track him down because I got scared. I was like, this fucking shit's real. And then 2 seconds. Then I always also thought, if they see all my documents of looking at all the different cats that have been killed, and if I get caught or something, they might think that I'm the fucking cat killer.
Yeah.
So I went, nah. I went, case closed. Sorry.
What? There is a cat killer in Heaton?
Yeah, him.
Definitely.
Oh, right.
There is definitely a cat killer. There's been a cat killer for over 10 years.
No, there is, yeah, because we've lived here for ages, and there's always I think it's because it's a lot of students come and go, so there's always missing cat, and there's missing cats, and we were like, someone's killing these cats.
Yeah.
It must be.
Have you not seen the collection that I've got on
Dead
Peep?
cat?
No, of lost and found dogs and cats.
No.
I'll probably. Do you know when you see them on the
Yeah.
Around here,
That's what we're saying.
constant.
Well, I've been collecting them for probably over 10 years, and I've probably got the biggest collection in Europe of
Dead
lost dogs and lost cats.
Well,
Posters.
how many have been found? Because
I don't know about
in my
how many
experience,
been
only
found.
about 10% have been found.
Yeah,
So, where's the bones?
I'm gonna have to share this with this interview.
Okay, well, where are the bones?
Yeah, stick it out.
So, you'd see, like in Irish Brickfield Park or somewhere where foxes live, where around about the area where the cats go missing and stuff. Well, the question is, well, if foxes are eating them, then there's no bones, no remains. So where are they going?
To be fair, there was down there, I haven't seen them for a while. In them bushes down there was a family of wild cats.
Wow.
And they were proper, because you'd see other cats walk into the car park and stop and freeze, and I'd be like, oh shit. And then sometimes you'd see the wild cat going,
Feral cat.
and then you'd see little wild cat kittens that it was trying to protect. That was a while ago, though. I haven't seen that in a while. So maybe the cat killer is a cat. But
Where's the bones?
can we get back on
But
track?
Bones.
But then people say all the birds. Where's all the dead birds? Where do the dead birds go? There's millions of birds around in trees. You never ever see a dead bird, do you?
Because they have little bird funerals in private.
See what I mean? You learn something every day.
Damn, there mustn't be a cat killer. I must be wrong.
But they might go to the same places where the birds go, these cats.
Bird
And
heaven.
dogs and...
You ever see Dead Sasquatch either?
Oh,
That's
don't get us started on that, mate. I was into
Giant.
watching Sasquatch and Bigfoot documentaries.
Oh yeah, I watch them all the time.
Do you believe in that? Do you think it's real, or do you think it's a metaphysical?
That's us. Find out what he believes.
Oh no, you don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Right, we'll not go down that rabbit hole.
Here for a while.
I've seen the 12-foot giant in Afghanistan. Was it
Kandahar Giant?
Kandahar giants?
Really?
12, 13-foot giants. I reckon they caught one.
During the Iraq War.
Yeah,
Wow.
we need to talk about that later.
We need to reinvestigate this, or maybe this could be another interview down the line.
Indeed.
Your album break.
Yeah.
How is the album Hard Target different to your previous albums? And I mean, not just like it sounds different and I've got new influences. Has there been a construction that's been a bit different that you've approached this? Because I feel, when I listen to it, I feel it's slightly different.
Oh, it is. I mean, I'd like to say everything I do is different in terms of what I'm on about, because it's just an update on my life, which I've said. But this one, the main difference is I recorded most of it in a proper studio, whereas usually it's just done in a bedroom studio. But also, I wrote half of it over quite a long amount of time. The last one was Apocalypto, and that was like 2021 or 2. Came out 2023, I think, but that was when I was writing it. So it's like 3 years this has been in the making, and it's a lot less tracks. Also, they're nearly all, what I realised by the end of the album, I quickly wrote an extra few tracks, because I realised there's no chorus. It's just me venting. It's just me rapping for 3, 4, 5 minutes at a time, just getting shit off my chest. And now it's off. I've kind of let it out. I feel a lot better. But I realised, I was like, there's no chorus. It's not really an album. It's just me shouting. So that's why I did Motivational Meme Shit, which is the only one where I've actually wrote a chorus. Never Gonna Run Away, where I put a chorus in, but it's still not a chorus, but at least it's a break up from lyrics. and then Knock Off, which has got its own chorus built in. But other than that, every track is just me just filling up a beat without cutting it, just writing from the beginning of the beat to the end, just having a gan.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's I felt like. I was like, this is different, because usually I try to make a beginning, middle and end, like this is going to be the intro, this is that, and then this is the last song is going to be like this, like a proper album. This wasn't like that. It was just me shouting. So then I was like, right, I need to do, thankfully I got a beat off Serm Style, and I was like, no, this is going to be like a proper tune. That's motivational meme shit. Yeah, so I feel like that's, to me, that's what's different about this to everything else that I've ever done.
Are you in a different mind space from previous albums to this album? Are you in a better place, would you say, or more, how can I put it, more content space?
Nah.
No?
Different space. So usually I know exactly what I'm doing. I've got a full plan. This wasn't. I kind of went back and forth. I mean, you can hear what I'm on about, but I kind of went through a lot of shit where I was like, after the last album, I've said this a lot recently, but I'm like, this is technically the last album that I'm going to do and take seriously. Not like I'm done rapping, because I'm always going to be doing tunes, but I was like, right, no, Apocalypto, I'm like, that's the last proper album, and after this I'm just going to like have fun. That's why I kind of, it's like half mixtape, half album. And I was like, I'm not going to worry about any of that. I'm just going to write to beats. Me plan was, to be honest, and I never ever see this through, I was going to do one tune at a time, do one tune and do a video for it and then put it out, and then do another tune, and that never happens. I end up with 2 or 3 tunes, and I'm like, oh no, it's going to be an album again. So it comes about like that. But I still kind of maintain I'm not in a better place or a worse place. I'm just in a different place. I'm just like, yeah. So at first I was like, I don't want to put anything out. I didn't want to do rap time. I didn't want to be on social media. I was like, nah, I just want to fucking leave it. I just want to have a rest. I'm having a break. But then you have a bit of a break, and then you go, what else can I do? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, for me personally, I don't know how to creatively writing lyrics is the only thing I know how to do. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, until you think of something else, keep doing this.
Keep doing this, yes.
And that's where I'm at now.
Keeping with the theme of the album, you referred to your dad as being a coward. Could you explain this, or
yeah? So
in what?
Okay.
In what context?
Okay, so this is just me being a little whinge, I suppose, but I kind of, this is why, so I've wrote another song, bigging him up, saying I'm grateful to my dad and everything he's done, so to kind of balance it out. But really, it's just me whinging, because my dad used to be, me and my dad used to be tight, he used to be around all the time, and then for whatever reason, in the last sort of 4 or 5 years, I just don't see him as much. Still speak to him, he texted us, happy birthday, I'll say happy birthday, Dad, how are you doing? Good, okay. But it's like that, and it never used to be. It used to be proper.
Miss
we
you,
were
Steve.
like tight. So that's kind of an you know, I'm going through a lot of shit, and I'm like, like I usually have my dad here, but he's still there. He's just over there. So yeah, that's kind of that was a bit dramatic. So I kind of felt like, it's a bit harsh, you know, because I am still speaking to him. It's just not the way we used to be. So then on the newer track that I wrote, I sort of big him up and go, look, I'm really grateful for everything he's done, because he was a fucking great dad.
Right,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I could argue either way. I could say that he was lazy and a coward, but then in the other breath, he was the only one who put a roof over my head and looked after us and nourished me love for rap and what I wanted to do. He never discouraged us from doing this. So yeah, it's. Well, it's not complicated. It just is.
He was a musician as well, wasn't he? So
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He was
So,
in the
yeah.
Angelic Upstarts.
Yeah, he was in a punk band, Angelic Upstarts.
Got you.
And Tommy and the Hot Rocks. One of his mates sent us like some footage of him, like on the equivalent of like Top of the Pops. It's amazing.
Wow.
But again, this has all been since we're kind of not as tight as we used to be. So it's like, you know, it's a bit of a shame, but it's just life.
Yeah, of course. A lot of dads. Are you a dad? There's three dads here, and this is like a big up to the dads, because I don't think the dads get enough.
When you become a dad yourself,
Yeah, when you become a dad yourself.
you realise you sort out, So I start comparing my daddishness to my actual dad, So like, you kind of go from like, oh, you should have did this, you should have did that, and then you're a dad and you're like, oh fuck, I'm even worse. I say it on the album. I'm like, no matter how good I thought, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be better than you. I'm gonna do things a bit differently. The reality is like, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, my dad actually so far did a better job than I have as a dad at this point. Still gonna try my best, but you just never know. You know what I mean? You haven't got as much control as you think.
Well, do you reckon like your political spectrum changes as well? Like before you're a parent or something, you're very much more liberal, and then when you get more protective over your children, you become more conservative.
Yeah, definitely.
And I never thought I would, but it definitely happened, for better or for worse. But it did definitely happen, whether I like it or not. And so they were right in the sense of whoever said that was like right.
Yeah, and you understand how difficult and how much your parents were actually trying.
Yes.
Whereas when you're a kid or a teenager or a young adult, you're like, come on, do better.
Yeah.
When I'm a dad, I'm bloody sure years old.
Yeah,
And the reality, you're like, oh god, it's really hard. It's a minefield.
Definitely. Like I was super liberal. Like I was totally like everyone should just like do what they want. I'm gonna homeschool my kids because I was banging to David Icke and the whole Illuminati shit. And then like when my kids were born, I was like, I can't wait to get them in fucking school.
Definitely.
I was like homeschool. I was like, fuck David Icke, get these kids in school now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
that's a very really good example. Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is. I don't mean to offend anyone by my political stance. It just shifts over time when you realise, you get things, you prioritise things over other things, and things become a lot more realistic. You can be a dreamer.
Strips away the way you look at your parents, and you realise they were just people as well, trying.
Yeah, like what Rick said originally. Yeah.
What I realised is, like, so I was about 35 when I had my son. My dad, when he had me, he was like 24, so he was a kid. Yeah, like, because I think about stuff that happened, and I'm like, he was like way younger than I am now, and I think of some of the shit that he was doing, and I'm like, fuck, he was a kid with a, like, he would have been when he was 35 to 40. I was like a teenager, so he was way younger than I am now. Yeah. Like, if that was me, I know it doesn't work like that, but if that was me, and I'm like, what? I'll go back when I was living in a little bedsit, I would have had a teenage son. Yeah. Like, I'm like, I would have, what the? I'm like, so I'm like, fuck, fair play. Like, wow. But you don't, when you're a kid, you're just totally selfish. You don't care about you don't think of that.
But things have changed since then, though. Yeah. There's a lot of changes since then. Society's definitely changed. So you can't compare yourself as such. And I know that when you were raising your kid, you did a bang-up job. As every parent, I assume, well, most parents, they just do the best they can with what they've got, with what they're working with, and again, society's changed. I would say not for the better, but you just do what you can, you do the best you can. Yeah. So, you can't really fault people for just trying, regardless of what they, you just deal with what you've got in front of you,
As well, when you're a kid and you look at like your uncle and you look at your granddad, you think they're not ancient. Like my Uncle Bob, I thought he was like an old man, but then when I grew up, I was like, I'm nearly twice the age of me Uncle Bob.
Older than he was,
and
then,
and I'm like, he was a young lad.
Yeah, we talk about this all the time. Is it my theory though? With the other generation, they were like old before their time. Were they more mature than we are now?
I think
like we're a couple of we're like three of like absolute fucking like idiot kids, and we're in the 40s. Whereas like the people in their 20s back then, when we were kids, were seen as like staunch adults.
5 kids.
Never feel like that.
Time moves differently now.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, whether it's the internet or social media or whatever that you want to call it. But like, I remember being younger and being in like Asda and seeing like an old, what I classed as an old bloke. He would have been 10 years younger than me now, and he had like Fred Durst, like backwards cap, baggy pants, and he's like just doing his shopping. I was like, mate, if I get to that age, I'm not going to be still just like rolling. I was like, mate, however. And he was probably about 30 and I was about 20 odd.
Yeah.
I'm 43 now and I'm still like doing mixtapes.
We've got like a crew like down the basketball court in Heaton Park called like the Heaton Park Lost Boys, and it kind of represents that sort of like aspect and attitude where we're still like just still very childish in our ways, not in a bad way. We're not like hurtful, but still go down the basketball court, still get criticised off for exes for going to play basketball, you know. And I'd like to think, yes, I handle responsibilities, but we still go down there and still keep that childish aspect alive.
Yeah,
in a positive way, I would say as well. It's not a negative thing that we do, but there's a few. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of like guys who've never really grew up properly as such, in the same way that in the 80s and 90s that we experienced, you know, the maturity levels are different.
Yeah,
You've got to keep your passions alive though, haven't you? No matter how old you are, you've still got to keep
100%.
your hand in. You've still got to keep your hand in. Like when people get to like, I don't know, mid 50s, late 50s, early 60s, and I'm really looking forward to retiring. And that's when you see a lot of fatalities, a lot of people's brains just
what's the point of living without your passion, you know?
Exactly.
Or like waiting for this like mythical day where you finally get whatever the fuck it is you think you want, and you actually get it, but you're like 60, or like people are like, oh, it's maybe 65 and I'm on the beach and I have a little cocktail. I'm like, that you can have a cocktail on the beach now, like why wait, what? And that's it. That's what you're grafting your arse off and like putting away everything for all these years.
Pension.
So you can sit on a beach and have a little. I'm like, you can do that now. It's not that. And then when you're doing that, you go, this is fucking boring. I want to fucking be doing some shit. So yeah, I tried it. I tried to go domesticated and put a fucking little shirt on, and was like, right, no, I'm a grown up now. And then like God or the universe or whatever goes, fuck off, you're not doing that, and it ruins it for you. And you go, right, back to fucking goofing about and farting.
Yeah. Like Sly's like a full-time bouncer, but he still draws like cartoon characters and hilarious
I
shit.
deal with serious shit at work, so I like to have.
You know what I mean? He keeps that about him, you know. Right. He's like the artist for a lot of the stuff that we do, you know.
We're gonna touch on that definitely.
Yeah.
With age, just to touch off with the age, do you not think age is
number?
It's a number.
Sorry.
But do you not think it's a society thing where people want to label? All right, how old are you? And what do you do?
Yeah.
And then it's you know, I've been around the world, right, and I've only experienced this in Britain.
Nice.
How old are you? What do you do?
Yeah.
I haven't experienced it anywhere else in the world.
Whether they know it or not, though, they're measuring you on themselves.
Yes.
Right.
They're basically like, I didn't do that when I was that age, and I'm doing this now. And like for me, it's the car thing. Like when I was younger, when I was like 13, 14, 15, I was obsessed with cars. I was getting like all the magazines. I was like, I'm gonna get a Fiesta, I'm gonna get a body kit, that's Pure Lush, that's an RS, and then I was like, I was making tapes to play in my car. And then by the time I was 16, 17, the age where I could have driven, I didn't give a shit anymore. I was too into rap. I was like, I'm getting the Metro, I'm just in this now. I've got no interest in getting a car now. But a lot of people I know they're like, are you not thought about getting a car? And I'm like, I just don't care anymore.
Of course.
Don't care. I've got other shit. I can get the bus if I need to.
You
know what I mean? I walk everywhere. But again, that keeps you fit, aye.
That's
you know.
Exercise, mate.
Yeah.
You drew comparisons with your mum to the fictional character in Terminator 2, Sarah Connor.
Linda.
So can I ask why you drew those comparisons?
Yes, easy. So I pretty much explain it, but I was about, when Terminator 2 came out, my mate Scott was like, we need to watch this film. I hadn't even seen Terminator 1, and I remember my dad going, you should watch Terminator 1. I was like, me and my mate were obsessed with Terminator 2, and we were about 9 or 10 when it came out. It was before I went to big school, and
I think I've tried 11 on the album.
Try to watch it.
92.
Well, yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
92.
No, I was okay. But so the Linda Hamilton bit, the Sarah Connor, like my mum wasn't actually in jail at that time, but she was. It made us think of her. I was just like, shit, it's like my mum. That's like my mum when she was in jail. Like, do you know what I mean? I was like, and I'm John Connor, and you know, that's what you do.
Easy money.
I mean, I still do that now as a 40-year-old. Like, I've got a way of, like, if I watch something that's good, I'm like, I have to identify with someone in the story. I'm like, that would be me. I'm like, if that was us, that'd be me, and that'd be you, and he'd be him. And then it switches. I'm like, no, but then that bit of the film, that's actually you, and that's me. Like, it's mental.
Yeah, I do that.
But I'm like,
we do that.
I've always done that as a kid,
Same.
kid to a.
I think that's why we link quite a lot, because we do stupid shit like that. Because from the very same era, like the early we're both born in like '83.
Yeah, man.
So we're related to a lot of stupid shit that we do from that time. You know?
So I just think it feels like, when I was writing it, I was like, that's something that's in me subconscious. I was like, I haven't never rapped about that, and it's something that I'm like, get that in, because it's important to me for whatever
What was your mum called again?
Shirley Anderson, Linda Hamilton.
Wow.
So did I miss something there? Was your mum incarcerated or not?
But not at the time when I was watching Terminator 2. But I say, I mean, how I've got to have a little bit of artistic fucking. But yeah, when I was a kid, they said she went on holiday.
Right.
She went on, which she kind of had.
It's always a go-to.
Yeah. So she went on holiday for a bit, and then obviously I got older, and I was like, okay. And then I saw Terminator 2, and I was like, I'm John Connor, and that's me mum, and we're gonna stop the robots.
We're Scott the Maid.
Yeah, that's you.
I don't know this guy.
Yeah. It's just pretty much just that. Yeah.
I wish I had a mullet like him. He was sick. His mate.
Yeah, ginger mullet.
When that mullet, like.
Can I ask why she was incarcerated, or do you not want to talk about that?
Honestly, I don't even know, but I could guess. I could take a guess.
Only if you want to share it. If you're not comfortable with
probably drug related.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, yeah, like my dad always used to give us shit because I would say like, "Oh, my mum died of a heroin overdose," and he'd be like, "Stop telling people that. It's not true. It was temazepam." And I'm like, "Well."
Yeah,
semantic. I'm like, well, you know, it's still a drug overdose, so you know.
Yeah.
Right.
But so I've got this thing where I'm like, you have to absolutely tell the truth, or just shut up, or make a funny comparison. But then again, now I'm getting older, I'm like, oh yeah, man, I'll do what I want, man. I'll say I'm on a fucking dragon if I want. You know what I mean? Who the fuck are you? You know. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
I just thought I'd ask, mate, and I thought if I come away and not ask, I'll be disappointed in myself.
It's good. No, thank you.
And it keeps the people alive, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. When people don't talk about people.
Again, yeah.
You know,
I think when I'm writing stuff or when I'm doing anything, if it's not scary and it's not giving you that like, oh my god, then it's not really worth it. Yeah. If you're totally safe all the time, you're like, well, you can't say that and you shouldn't, then it's kind of boring. So. Mm-hmm. And like we've said before, the shit that you're worrying about never happens. The real shit that fucks you up comes out of nowhere when you're not expecting it. Absolutely, like, no way was I expecting this. Absolute blindside mash hammer to the back of the head.
Yeah.
So...
Being there, man.
So, yeah.
Ouch.
I've been chatting to Joe Eden from Killamari Records. Me and him have been emailing back and forth. And I'm interested in what is the connection with you and Joe Eden and Killamari Records, and is it the oldest hip-hop label in the Northeast?
In the world? Nah, I mean...
The world, Craig.
I don't know. I mean, it's...
I did ask him, but...
there'll be people who say no, it's not, but off the top of my head now, I don't know. I mean,
wasn't Mikey's thing before that?
Yeah,
because Mikey had News and Text Offenders out on 94.
See,
right.
So then, no.
But Joe Eden, aka Chatterbox, was part of Dialect when Mikey Alberici.
But you could even
Dialect out. Mm-hmm. That was pre Killamari.
But then, but it's similar but different because.
But was Dialect the record label?
No. Because 1984, Mighty Shift put Dialect's second album D-Day out on that label.
Yeah.
which probably inspired Joe to do Killamari a few years later.
Definitely.
Because I remember doing it. Well, not me doing it. This is how it works. Joe does all the work, and I pretend that it's my thing because I'm the mouthpiece. Right. So Joe does all the work, and I go, "Yo, Killamari, yeah, it's the label."
It's kind of like Raps Out Now, means Si.
So, but I remember telling someone about it when it first. Joe was like, "Look, what do you think of this, Killamari?
Sorry.
This is it. We're gonna get anyone who hasn't got a label. We're gonna put their stuff out and just see what happens." This is like 2009, maybe earlier, around about 2009 or 10, maybe earlier, maybe later. But I remember telling someone, going, "Oh, Joe's going to do this. We're going to do our own label," and someone was like, "Well, anyone could do that." Well, why? What's the point in that? Anyone could just do a label. What does it even mean? And I was like, "Oh, bloody hell!" I was like, "Well, we're going to do it, so it'll just be what it is." I don't know. But I thought, oh God, just telling like one person, and it got them like, well, anyone could do that. And I was like, oh God, I was like, Joe, you're onto something here. It's already winding people up, and I haven't even done anything yet.
That's what gets me up.
I was like, oh bloody hell. So then, yeah, and when it first started, Joe and me, like I was the voice box, Joe was the worker. We would just get artists and be like, "Yo, do you want to be on here?" And it got to the point where you had the project. I was like, "Yo, do you just want to be on Killamari?" And they were like, no, we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna do our own label. So I was like, that's kind of good because it's the same reason we did Killamari from that. So it's like, yeah, you can. Like what that naysayer said, he was like, well, anyone could do that. Anyone could just start their own label. I was like, yeah, and you can, and you should. Mm-hmm. So, but then fast forward like 20 odd years, and it's like, I mean, yeah, there's loads of stuff on Killamari, but I don't know, I feel like it's just me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And Joe.
Like, yeah. Oh yeah, Joe's doing all the work. Yeah. I'm just doing my album and saying Killamari Records because it sounds cool and it feels good to have your own label. I got signed twice and effed off for a bit, which then made us realise what I really had. I was like, nah, this is the shit. You've got to have your own shit.
For anyone who doesn't know, Joe Eden is Chatterbox from Dialect.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yes.
Thanks for the clarification there. And yeah, because when I first started Peep a few years ago, I got a follower from Killamari Records, and that was years ago, and I was like, who are these guys? And I was into it then. Yeah. So fast forward all these years, and I'm here now again chatting about it.
Well, the reason I said that, and I know I sound like a dick, but I'm like, it's just me. But I'm like, it's basically that's just me being ignorant and selfish. I don't really listen to anything else on it anymore. But I don't think there is as much going on. There might be, but when it first started, there was a Killamari compilation album that Joe did every year or so, and we put like the best song from all of the, or would get exclusives from all of the artists, and you can listen to them.
All Stars.
And that was like, boom, yeah, Killamari All Stars. There's at least 3 of them, maybe even more. So that was like, it's mad because at the time we were like, well, we might as well just try it. Everyone's start telling me that we fucking shouldn't and we're shit, but just do it anyway. Now looking back, that was like a golden era because I'm like, we don't even do that anymore. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if Joe would probably tell you a different story. Joe would be like, do not listen to this lunatic. There's loads of fucking albums. There's loads of artists that are doing shit. There's loads of shit going on. So find out for yourself because I'm not really in the loop anymore. I'm just doing it for myself.
I need to have a chat with Joe and sort of just to clear a few things up with that. Not clear a few things up, just to go a bit more in depth about the label, you know. And Joe, I don't think I've met Joe. Is he from Newcastle?
Yeah, he's from Shields. So we'll get into that. You got a question about dialect? Because that's the...
Yes.
Right, shall I just save it then? Or shall we just do it now?
We'll go into that now, yeah, because that was my next question.
So, okay, I'll just quickly run through chronologically. So originally it was me and Peter Max. Peter Max made beats, I started writing. This is when we're like little kids. Then my mate Jeff, his younger brother is Big Gaz. He's like young, he starts coming up, he's like, oh, I want to do shit, I'm making beats, let's go. He messaged Peter when we were in Kirkpatrick's in Shields saying, what do you think about the name Northern Dialect for our crew? So that's me, Peter and Gaz at this point. I went, mint, Northern Dialect. Then we found out there's another crew in South Shields called the Myths from 66, who was Chatterbox, Sepp, and other people. Boydie, I know. There's probably others. But anyway, the surviving members were Joe, Chatterbox, and Sepp. So what happened was they met up. I was on holiday in Greece. I was in Kavos. They met up while I was away. I came back, and they were like, we've been hanging around with these guys. He has their CD. They're in. Check them out. I was like, fucking hell. I was like, that guy's really good. Chatterbox, but what was he called then? Oh, he had a different name, man. He was called like, oh no, I can't remember. It was like he was called like the fucking hologram or something. It wasn't that. That's Vinnie Paz, but it was something. Oh man, I feel so bad that I can't remember. But I was like, that guy's good. So then we met up with them, and we sat around trying to think of a name for the whole crew. There was like loads of then, like all of their boys and all of ours. We had Tony as well. And then we had some shitty weird names, and then we just went, what about just take away the northern, just dialect, just call ourselves dialect. And they were happy with that, and I was like, well, I'm happy with that because it's kind of the same name we had anyway. So then that's how that came about. And then we did a shitload of like mixtapes, CDRs, just print them, do them at gigs. But then we did the first dialect album properly on a CD, and then D-Day. By that point, it was obvious that I was the fucking mouthpiece and Joe Chatterbox was doing all the fucking hard work and making sure we had CDs, we had internet presence, we had gigs, we were turning up on time, we were doing tunes, we had rehearsals, like we used to rehearse once a week like a band. Like big up Mark Reed as well, because he was like my manager. He kind of made that all happen, so it kind of all came together like that. That's as quickly as I can do it chronologically.
The visionary.
It was something like that.
Night of the magical realm.
Can I ask, while you're thinking about that,
That's right.
can I ask what was the motivation for Rap Time? Because that was one of the first times I seen a lot of guys grouped together in a park.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite, ahead of the curve, quite revolutionary for Newcastle.
It originally started out 8 years ago at the Clooney.
At the Clooney, right?
Yeah, that was where it started.
Yeah, it started before lockdown. So you go.
And then it eventually just progressed into an outdoor event, obviously with the lockdown and stuff.
Yeah, because if you remember, we had a night booked at the Bridge Hotel, which is a venue which I had seen Rick and Dialect perform at previously.
Yeah,
it was known for like sort of a hip hop sort of venue. So I was like, we want to book that for Rap Time. So we went down, I put the deposit down, and COVID hit very soon after our deposit was put down.
Yeah.
So everything was shut down. I got my deposit back. So me, Sai and Rick would just hang around every day, get drunk and stoned in the bushes.
And because
that's all you could do.
It was a mad time to be alive, man. And then we were kind of like, do you know what? If we just put on a outdoor, unofficial,
illegal,
well,
and then
crime.
From there, it kind of progressed into the park jam where we had like barbecues, basketball tournaments. Like
Gilly already did stuff like that, but it kind of just came together, and we're like, do you know what? If we've got the balls to just put this on without asking permission, like it has to be successful because there's nothing else. No one's got anywhere else to go to see any kind of live music. It was completely, he says illegal, I just say,
so I was
alternative. But so that it kind of came about like that.
I was putting park jams on pre-COVID, but I was like renting the generator out, and it was a ball ache. It was like you had to bowl it up like Shields Road and then to the Heaton Park basketball courts, and so I'd already done these park jams, not like the sort of authentic rap jam. So I was already experiencing that. So when COVID hit, and then we tried to do the inside venues, and we were just pondering and fucking around every day. I was like, well, all we need is the equipment to do it outside independently. So I got this guy, I bought an outside generator off him, so I didn't need to have any equipment from anyone else, because that was shut anyway at the time. So I got a generator, and then I've already got the rest of the equipment. So it was just a matter of just putting it together, So us three just made it happen, the first one. And because it was a time where you weren't allowed to go to venues and stuff, we had a massive turnout under Biker Bridge. And it was very good to see sort of a very, like, hip-hop in general, it's from that kind of fringe roots in society. So it was great to have that community spirit of people coming down and having a look, because it was outdoor, and like through the COVID thing, it was bending the rules a bit, but it still was like, so it worked really well.
We had a stage, we had merch tables.
Man.
And people still often ask, like, are we going to do some more under the Biker Bridge rap times?
Well, he wanted to keep doing it, and I was like, no, we're allowed to have pubs and shit, and we're allowed to go indoors now. And also, there was a point that someone did tell the police, and they did start showing up.
Twice,
twice or three. Yeah, did we not get the third strike? Because it got to the point where the police came down. They were like, "Fucking, you need to shut it up. We've told you this before. Come on, like, we're trying to be sound." And I was pretty fucking high, and I went, I went. They went, "You can't do this." After I went, okay. So next time we'll just shut it down by 11. Then the woman cop, I went, "There's not going to be a next time." And I went, hey, chill. They went, "You're so close. We'll take your equipment and we'll fucking put you in the van." And I was like, hey, chill, man. I was like, okay, so next time what we'll do is, she was like, no. And then he was like, I was like, no, there can't be a next time. Let's just go back to doing it normally. Why would you?
I was like, was it that bad? The policeman was like, "We heard you from Chilly Road." We were under Biker Bridge. That's a couple of miles, but we could hear it from fucking Chilly Road. So I'm just by the next going, woo. It's like 2 a.m, 3 a.m. So we packed up them events after COVID, but we've been like putting on different events. Couple in Heaton Park still. That's still a thing. The Heaton Park jams. So it's still a very.
Sorry. Can we talk about the fact that, because you, Cliff, Peep Magazine came down and filmed, and I remember I do apologise. No, don't apologise. I was going to apologise to you, because I'm weird, kind of like, obviously for rap time, but I had my own shit going on, and my whole thing of rap time, even now, I'm like, you have to be there, you have to turn up. So I don't like people filming it and being like, "Oh, you go rap time, you can just see it, just watch it on your phone." I'm like, no, you have to turn up. It's an experience. Because it was in lockdown back down in the old lockdown, you just had to. So I didn't back then. I didn't, and also outdoors, anything goes. There was people doing graffiti, smoking crack, shitting in bushes. You can't do that in a pub.
Cooking rats on a trolley.
I don't want that filmed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but even now that it's fully legit, I'm like, nah, that's still, it still should be. No, you have to turn up to fully experience it.
Because I came down to I don't know if it was the second rap time or the third.
I think it was either 22nd or 30th.
And then which I kind of I usually do. I just kind of turn up, and then I'm there with the GoPro and with the light. And when I think back, it was a bit. How can I put it? It was a bit boisterous, just turning up and just film. I didn't ask anyone.
Saying that though, now I'm glad that you did, and it exists, because it's like a little piece of history.
It is a bit,
and it's still on YouTube. You can go and watch it if you've got 5 hours spare, because it's pretty fucking.
It's definitely some incriminating shit that happened.
But that's. So I apologise, because you were like, "Oh, I'm going to come down again," and I was like, "No, we don't want it filmed," and you were like, "Oh, all right then." That's the end of me.
I was like,
I felt a bit shit, but I was like, "But mate, it's not personal to you. I just don't want like."
It's legit again now.
Yes, it's went back to being legit.
8 years still going strong.
Back in business.
Yes, we had like a run of little buildings rap times. Shout out to Alan Scorer, who I went to school with. He runs the little buildings. Great guy. That's a really good venue that we've been able to utilise. And then also just along the road from Rick's flats, there's a small venue called Motor Wombat, and recently we had Rick's album launch party for Hard Target, and that was a success as well. So shout outs to Motor Wombat, because I think in the future we're going to have some Rap Time Light events there, where we're not going to really book artists, we're just going to do like a sort of a hip hop type night where you can come along, listen to rap music. You know, there's gonna be merch there. You know, you can talk to people like of similar interests and
more of an inclusive event.
Yeah. Whereas the little buildings and things like that are more like, we're gonna book acts. So, you know, you need to come along. If you want to come, you need to pay to see that. Whereas the Mortal Wombat things are free. So we're trying to balance it out. So there's a bit of a social aspect, but then there's also like an event thing going on. You know, we're just trying to look at ways to expand and you know, moving forward.
Still building.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Rap Time, and it's the first time I've seen H-Man, which I love H-Man stuff.
I do.
Absolutely love his work.
One like H-Man.
Yeah, he's like an unofficial resident of Rap Time. Yeah, we've booked him so many times over the years.
Hen doesn't just be they're just down by law. They'll turn up and do a belter job.
Yeah.
No matter what. Absolute G's.
And there's who Nato Northeast.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm fond of Nato. I like what he's doing with Just Be at the minute. I helped them at the Clooney a couple of weeks ago. It's a good gig. The rave rap that they do, it's not what we do, but you know, I can respect it. A lot of people that we hang around with, they love it, but like, I'm more of a purist. I'm more of a hip hop guy. But you know, I can't knock what they're doing. I think it's great. You know, it's great for whatever and whoever enjoys it. I think it's a great thing.
Oh, brilliant, man! Long live Rap Time. Even though it's not documented, I can still appreciate the ethos behind Rap Time.
Nice.
So thanks for that. And Rap Time, saved the best till last. The artwork in Rap Time reminds me of a mix between He-Man, Mattel marketing, and Snoop Dogg's The Dog Pound album.
Doggy Style.
The Doggy Style album. The kind of reminds us of an amalgamation of those styles. Can I ask, who does the artwork and what is the inspiration behind this iconic artwork?
I'll let Si answer this, but first I'll just say, when it first started, we were like, right, Rap Time, it's going to be like Adventure Time. So we'd pick a theme, and then Si would do Adventure Time characters in the theme.
So this is nearly 10 years ago, so Adventure Time was still relevant then, you know.
As times went on, we've been like, look, do you know what? We all get what we say. I'm like, do you know what, Si? You do whatever you want. You're the artist. If you're going to do it, because now, especially now, we've got like two simultaneous gigs running at the same time. It's a lot of artwork to be done. Shit hot. I'm like, mate, just you do what you want.
Yeah, he was over Adventure Time shit. He was over it. So and he's the artist, so he gets to say.
That's how the He-Man thing kind of came about, and then I don't know what's going to be next. So
we all love like 80s pop culture and stuff, so it just makes sense. You know?
Yeah, the shift, and also like the He-Man was out the movies at the time, so we're trying like stay like Si said, the Adventure Time was relevant. So now we're shifting it. It's just certain elements of the like pop culture that are relevant at the time. Hence why he did the the Master of the Universe because the movie was coming out at the time.
Got you.
You know, so we just shifted that way. Still trying to stay relevant, but a little bit of a twist on it. You know.
So what are you going to do next, Si?
There's no like grand schemes. I just draw. Whatever.
Could I ask you to bring your hands away from your nose, please, mate?
I just draw whatever we want to do for the time, and then just whack it on Photoshop and put it out.
Yeah, man.
Can I ask how you do this artwork? What's the medium? Is it
just hand drawn?
It's all hand drawn. So how do you do the colour? Is that on Photoshop or
no pens?
It's all pens.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the lines seem smooth and the tones are smooth as well, and I thought, he's probably done them on Photoshop or something. Or?
I Photoshop them with the text and that, but everything else is by hand. Yeah.
Also, the Adventure Time, the posters from the
old school,
the old Rap Times, he hand drew them. Then the colours were done on Photoshop. If that's what you mean. But the new style, it's all his pens now.
Got you. Can I ask what's the influence with this? Obviously the He-Man and the comic books, but did you read the comic books as a kid? Like, I hear a lot of artists when they were kids, all into like 2000 AD. And
oh yeah,
was that the same with you?
I've got hundreds of issues of 2000 AD kicking about.
So Dread, Strontium Dog,
ABC Warriors.
Yes. It just seems to be a running theme. 2000 AD, like as like a life bloodline running through a lot of kids who are into art.
Definitely a lot of influencer.
Well, we were just talking before because we're doing the new one, Immortal Wombat. So I came in before and he was like, "Oh, what do you think? I've got like Scorpion and Sub-Zero fighting." And I was like, "How about like a wombat, like a drunk wombat as the referee in the middle?" And he was taking up on it, and he started like automatically just looking at wombats online, and going, "Jesus, I don't know how fucking big these fuckers were." So like we just draw inspiration from anywhere, and because he's such a great artist, he can make it happen. In the past, it's always been impressive when we've come up with an idea, like the Friday or the Mortal Kombat or any kind of idea, and him incorporating it into the Adventure Time style. He's always just been incredible with that. So progressing on now, like I say, the fact that we're doing it at the bar called Mortal Wombat, we're going to try and come up with a little mascot.
We'll just draw from things that we like, video games, films, whatever.
Yeah. A lot of it's hip-hop orientated, but a bit further than that, it's just pop culture, especially 80s and 90s pop culture. Cool shit.
Can I ask, with 2000 AD, I always ask, do you remember a character called Brigand Doom?
No.
No one can fucking remember this character. Ask everyone who's into 2000 AD. He was like a highwayman, but he went into the future on a horse. He didn't run for ages, but he was kind of like an iconic bit in 2000 AD.
I don't remember that one.
You don't remember that one? Yeah, man. So, Zanny,
you've lost me. I need to big up Billy as well. Billy Schneid, who does Schneid clothing. Obviously that's the Schneid label there. But my favourite Rap Time poster is the Boys in the Hood one, where it's like the Adventure Time characters, but it's like me, Gilly and Cy in the car, like Boys in the Hood. And we still haven't done it yet, but I'm like, we should get some of them classic ones and put them on t-shirts.
Yeah.
So big up Billy, because we're going to get him to do that at some point. So I think that's, it's definitely worth mentioning. Billy and Schneid clothing is like, again, like the same with the Killamari. I'm like, that's my clothing label. Killamari's like my label. It's like, I'm not doing anything. They're doing all the work, but I'm the fucking giving it this.
The voice piece. What you need?
Yeah.
You do actually need someone production, someone artist, a voice piece, a front man.
I mean,
someone who's outgoing.
I'm like a rapper as well, like, but I hold it down as far as like the DJing aspect and set up all the fucking equipment. Big up to DJ ADS as well, because he's like a semi-fourth member of the Rap Time crew. He comes down and like he'll set up and help me, like give me some relief.
Yeah.
And he's also known as the best DJ in the Northeast as well. So big up to ADS every time as
Definitely.
well.
I mean, I will say, like, on the album, on all of my albums, I always say, like, I'm like, I'll just do it all on my own. Yeah, it's just me. Fuck everyone. I'll just have to do it on my own, won't I? And the reality is, like, I've got so many people grafting for free, doing the actual work. So yeah, big them up. But that being said, just doing it on my own,
It sounds good. It sounds good doing it on your own. Yeah, but the reality is you've got a team behind you.
Exactly. Yeah.
A team of friends, more so, isn't it?
Oh yeah, man.
It's not just a generic team. It's a team of mates who are got the talents in different areas of the production.
Yeah,
definitely.
Can I also ask, in your opinion, obviously, where do you sit within Newcastle's hip-hop, dare I say, community? Because I always pause when I say this word. When
it is a community, mate.
When I talk about the graph scene in Newcastle, is there a scene? And I always pause, and I get different responses. So, where do you feel you sit in Newcastle's hip-hop community?
I think that's part of it. Part of being a part of a scene in a community is the ones that make the community up are the pig-headed ignorant ones who go, it's all about me, I'm the only one doing it, I'm the fucking best. First and foremost, I'll say that. I'll be like, I'm the boy, everyone else is shit, I'm the fucking boy. But like, I wouldn't be able to say that, and it wouldn't hold any weight if there wasn't loads of other people constantly coming and going, trying and failing and up and down. Then what the fuck, I wouldn't even exist. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, again, it's kind of like when I was saying, like, I'll do it all by myself, but I need loads of people to help us do it, and I need them to be on board with it. I think that's the juxtaposition of any kind of art. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I think that's all right. I think that's the crack. That is the community. So yeah, the biggest mouthpieces will be like, fuck all of them, just listen to me. But then same with the graph, same with anything, you know, breakdancing, whatever. Like, whoever's on at the minute is like, no, just fuck all of them, watch me. But really, they wouldn't be doing it if they didn't have that competition looming. So I fucking love it. Mm-hmm. That being said, I will say now I'm so out of the loop. Like, I know there's loads of shit going on, and I'm so grateful for it. And at Rap Time, we'll always try and put new artists on. Yeah. Always try to have a new artist that we've never had on before. Yeah. But I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm only interested in my own stupid, weird shit.
He is.
What you have to be, I mean, to be an artist, do you have to be selfish?
Yes. I've been called selfish before.
Yeah. I think it comes with... I mean, I think all you guys here will maybe relate to being creative and keeping creative. You have to have that selfish time. You've got to have that me time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. And I think you've got to have a bit of humility and be wrong sometimes. So sometimes I'm like, oh, it has to be like this. This is... And then if you're a real G, you're like, sometimes you go, I was wrong. Yeah. That was shit. Yous were right. So yeah, you've got to kind of, like I said before, if it's not scary and it's not weird and new, then it's going to be boring.
Mm-hmm. There's a track on Rick's new album called Knock Off. So it all started out with like Rick and Cy sort of like riffing about an angle for an album. So they were like doing research into Van Damme movies. So we were all watching like Van Damme movies with Rick as research for the album. You want to call all the...
No, I made so many notes of quotes from Van. It's very hard to get Van Damme to actually say something because he's so quiet. He's probably, I don't know, why are you doing this? It's like, oh my god, man. So I watched all the Van Damme movies, made loads of quotes. I think about 2 or 1 even make it into the actual album. Yeah. So it started with Hard Target, obviously. We were like, how's this film? This is one of the best films ever. And
Tramp Hunter.
It doesn't even get mentioned in the top 10 Van Damme films.
It's sick. John Woo.
So yeah, it kind of came from that. And then me and Gilly were in Gosforth in a charity shop, and I got Knock Off. Yeah. And I was like, shit, I've never seen this. And he was like, I think I've seen it. So we've come back to mine and watched it. And
oh no, you'd seen it first. You went you went home and watched it.
Did I?
And you described it to me. No, you described it, and you were like, "This is fucking insane."
So then the last song on that film.
So you brought me round, and we watched it after you'd already showed me it. And I was like, because I wanted to contribute to the album, and then the last song on the album was this thing.
It's the Knock Off.
We were drunk, and I was like, I want to make this beat into a song for you for the album. Yeah. And you were like, alright.
But it tied in because originally I wanted to make, I kind of have, but it was going to be like a Schneid Clothing Presents. It was going to be like a whole merch mixtape, which you can tell I still mention the merch and shit, it's all tied in, but it was going to be solely that. So then that track, he was like, well, this is, because the whole film's about knock-off clothes. Yeah. They're selling like dodgy jeans or something.
Trainers.
So again, I had loads of quotes, loads of samples that were never used. And then the last song is the knock-off thing, and he was like, let me make this into a beat and let's do this. Yeah, I was like, all right then. And it was the most, it was the most bother out of all of them. And it was fine, it was the last one that we got done. And then Joe Chatterbox, Killamari, was like, is there anything you're worried about getting flagged for like copyright? And I didn't even think of that. I picked the YouTube beats that I'd nicked. I was like, oh, that probably will. None of the ones I picked got flagged. Knock-off. He went, apparently that knock-off one is Warner Brothers. And I went, oh, fuck, of course. I went, it's a film. I went, that's going to be well copyrighted.
And I didn't actually like make any effort to try and change it. I was just like, no, it's a knock-off. And I looped it up. ADS helped us loop it up with some breaks and stuff. I put all the breaks and that together. And then me and him just spat verses about like knock off clothes back in the day and just knock off toys and all that kind of shit. So I don't know I don't know if it's ironic, but there's a level of like
that it's rip off.
That it's ripped off, and then
you can't use this.
You can't use that to knock off.
So yeah.
So we went, of course.
So you have to buy it on Bandcamp to listen to that, because it's just come out on the streaming. And it's not on YouTube, it's not on the Spotify, which is fair enough, because Warner Brothers don't fuck about.
It's exclusive.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. But they still let us do it on Bandcamp, which is
you can still
which is weird, because I like if you're gonna do it like secular and charge people, you can do whatever you want. But if you want to make it free for everyone to listen, you fucking how dare you? Which is weird, because Spotify you get fuck all money. I'm not making any money off that.
Fuck Warner Brothers.
But I don't fully understand it, but I'm like, fair enough.
It makes total sense. I just absolutely ripped the loop, and we're just talking about ripping things off, and they went, when this is what we're talking about.
Yeah. We didn't like speed it up or put anything over it. No. It's if you
sweet beat.
It's probably about 30 seconds. They're like, that is exactly what you've used from the film.
So I think it's the chorus. I think the chorus
totally. That's why I got flagged.
We ripped the chorus, and the guys who made the knockoff beat, they work with like gorillas and shit. Like they're quite well known.
Yeah.
So we just I ripped the chorus off, and I was like, it's gonna sound good, but unfortunately, it's not gonna be on some of the releases of the Hard Target album.
Yeah.
Boo hoo.
I was worried about the YouTube beats that I'd just jacked, just like type beat. I was like, that's gonna be, free. But they're kind of Well, one of them got flagged, but they've let us use it. I don't understand it. And then and then Serm Style, who's like using like not DJ Premier samples, but samples that DJ Premier has used. I was like, that might get flagged. But then I'm like, Serm Style's about his business, man. He's sorted it. So there you go. No, it's all right. I think.
Guys, I think that's it. I think we've come to the end of our little.
That's great. We'll cover
chat.
It.
But thanks again for inviting us down, and thanks for everyone being here and waiting for us and taking the time to chat to Peep. Thank a lot.
You. Peep Magazine. Peepers to watch.
Peepers to watch.
Cheers.